We can design or adjust the solution based on your mine situation and requirements. This setup is one complete processing flow sheet including feeding, crushing system, grinding system, leaching pretreatment, leaching and activated carbon adsorption processing, gold-loaded carbon desorption and electrolytic stage, and tailing water recycle system. 1. Feeding plus crushing system. The raw gold stone feeds into a big hopper via an excavator. There is one chute feeder under the hopper, which can feed the material into the jaw crusher evenly. The hopper can be made at the mine site by clients themselves according to the real situation. The jaw crusher crushed rock from 340 m to below 100 mm. The output from jaw crusher transport to the next fine jaw crusher by belt conveyor. The fine jaw crusher crushes rock from 60 mm to below 20 mm. The output from fine jaw crusher transport to the next vibrating screen by belt conveyor. The gravel size is bigger than 25 mm back to fine jaw crusher for crushing again. The smaller 8 to 25 mm output goes to the storage hopper before the double roller crusher via belt conveyor. Transport the 0 or 8 mm fine gravel to the hopper before the ball mill by a conveyor. There is one electromagnetic vibration feeder under the hopper as well. It's also for buffering and feeding the material evenly. 2. Grinding system. The ball mill for grinding the fine gravel into fine powder to release the inside gold from rock. The output from the ball mill goes to the spiral classifier for classifying. They return big sand back to another set ball mill for grinding again. To make sure the final output from grinding can meet 90% less than 200 mesh, 0.074 meters. 3. Leaching pretreatment. The small fine sand powder from the hydrocyclone will go to a slurry tank. Use 2 slurry pumps to pump the slurry into a thickener. Before the slurry is transported into the thickener, there is one safety screen to screen some waste first. The underscreen will go to the inside thickener directly. At the same time, the flocculant is required to add for the thickener. The overflow from the thickener goes to settling ponds, then the water can be recycled after precipitation. The underflow from the thickener will flow into a mixing tank. Then use a slurry pump to pump the material into 2 leaching tanks. Related chemicals are needed to add accordingly here. 4. Leaching and activated carbon adsorption processing. 8 PC's double impeller adsorption agitation tank with carbon and roots blower work for adsorption agitation tank. 5. Gold-loaded carbon desorption and electrolytic stage. The gold concentrates will transport to a safety screen. Then will go to normal temperature, normal pressure, desorption electrolysis system. After that, drying oven for gold mud. Finally, use a gold smelting furnace for melting the gold bar. 6. Tailing water recycle system. The tailing from adsorption agitation tanks will go to a linear vibrating screen for screening carbon first. The underscreen goes to the under-tank pond, then pumps to the big cone pond or tank by a slurry pump. Then use a filter pump to feed the slurry into the filter press for filtering and recycling the water.